Right, so off we go. Welcome. I was a little bit worried that I wouldn't be able to get outside, hence my little talk last weekend. But as you can see, the weather improved, so I am on my way. If you want, you can watch the whole thing. It doesn't really matter. This is I'm not gonna, comment the entire length of the climb, but this is indeed climb, and we're off. Going. We're going south, basically. We're going south from the little town of Raufoss, which is in Vestre Toten municipality. It's about a 2 hours drive north of Oslo, perhaps down to 1.5 hour drive. Depends how quick you are. So we're known for our industries regards to ammunition and rockets and car parts and whatnot. So that's what we have going for us. Not much else. No tourists, so if you want a good place to go biking during the summertime, obviously, I can totally recommend going around here because, in European or American terms, won't be much traffic, and the traffic, are polite. They're all polite and they're nice to you. Usually, I've had some odd things happening, but it's another story. So yeah, I'm climbing. I'm on what you call Sagvollvegen, which is a road going south. It's going up the hill, because there's a hillside running by Raufoss, going south, and I'm going upwards. It's a 4.4 kilometer ride. It stops sort of at a road cross up in the hills. It's 171 elevation meters. It's a 2.7% elevation, so it's not like a massive climb, but as you can tell, it's not just climbing. There's some segments or some parts of this ride which is flat, and some of it is actually going downhill, but I consider it a climb, so shoot me. The record, I checked the record on Strava. It's at 8 minutes and 50 seconds. That's considerable. My record is 11:37, and I took that record 2 years ago with a massive wind kicking me up. So I had the wind in the back, and I was going flat out. I've been close a few times to producing at least close to that, but I haven't been so lucky just yet. I need that little bit of wind, unfortunately. As with it's usually like that with most of these Strava segments, because you hit the wind and then your time is just improving a whole lot. And as you can tell here, I'm trying to make the most of it, standing, biking, pushing. The guy who has the record, I'm sure he's younger than me, a lot younger than me. His name is Sindre Skogsbakken. We have some of these, I'm not sure if they're pro or not, but I'll refer to them during some of these other climbs I do. But on this climb from Raufoss to what we call Midtåsen, which is this high point, it's Sindre Skogsbakken who have the record. Here I am at 8 minutes. As you can tell, it's from flat to climbing, then flat again. This will be the first commentary ride of many, hopefully. I have recorded several others, including some really cool downhill rides or segments, and I will comment on those later. As it is always, getting outside, first ride of the season, it's too much, it's too soon, it's too hard, and by the end of this ride, which was I think it was a 60-kilometer ride, I was totally knackered. Putting too much confidence in Swift racing and not understanding that these long rides is not like a 22-kilometer Swift race by far. So I think it's like 1 p.m. here, and by 3 p.m. I was totally out of it, and I was stuck somewhere, and I had to do a pretty good climb to get back home, and I barely managed to get back home. Never experienced anything like that before, and I've been biking and riding now for like 5 years time. So that was a horrible experience, and I will have to try and learn to not do that in the future. It was absolutely horrible. So here I am, basically halfway mark. I checked Strava, and I was only 2 seconds behind my best at this point. I think the segment ends where the car is at this moment, basically. So that means I lost a lot of time going up the last part of this ride, because by the time I got to the top, I was about 10 or 12 seconds behind my personal best. But if I had wind coming from the back, pushing me on, I probably would have done a pretty good PR, because I was feeling really good at this moment. I have a semi-new bike, feel pretty good, so I was overly confident. Even so here I am. We're approaching the last part of this ride. I will introduce a few others. I hope you will enjoy these rides. They're a bit different than Swift races, but it's good for scenery, it's good for commentary, information. It's just to relax, and for my own sake, just to document a little bit or what I do each season, because I have a sneaky feeling it's gonna be fun to look back upon when I get older, or if my relatives or descendants or whatever want to take a look at this. And this is the fun part here. Definitely a fun part, going downhill a little bit. And here's the key: you need to attack that climb when it starts again. And I never been able to do that properly. I just lack the energy to go for it, and this is the key moment for this segment. So if you wanna ride from Raufoss-Sagvollvegen up to Mittelsen, you need to do this particular area to perfection, and then you will be amongst the big boys. I'm starting to struggle here. So yeah, have a good time with this ride. There will be more to come. Cheers.
So that's it for the first climb of the year. Was it any good? I don't know. Felt quick, but I'm slow. All right.